Welcome back to the channel. If you are new to our channel, welcome. We hit the 40 subscriber mark this week, which was really cool. And I don't know who all the people are, so somebody else is finding out about us, which is kind of neat. If you are not new to our channel, you're probably very mad at us right now because I'm supposed to be out in the woods with this video digging holes, and I'm not. And the reason I'm not is I wasn't really, so we're digging holes to put in the foundation, and we're also going to be putting concrete in there, and it is too cold right now in January in the mountains to mix concrete, so it wouldn't set up right. So what I thought we would do is come up with I thought that we would walk through a cost projection for the cabin. A lot of people do costs at the end, which is great, and that's often their most viewed videos because people are interested in that stuff. But what I thought we'd do is tape the actual process. Everybody's got a plan at the beginning, and so it'd be kind of cool to see if your plan at the beginning matches up with what you end up with at the end. So that's what we're gonna do tonight. I'm gonna walk through the different sections of the building and what it costs, and we'll see where we end up. For those of you who don't know what we're doing, we have decided to build an off-grid cabin in the woods instead of the Gribbenshire church house, while lumber prices are as expensive as they are. And so we've picked a spot, we've cleared it out. Check out my previous video for clearing out that space and measuring it off. But we wanted to show you what the inspiration for that was, and also talk to you a little bit about what we're doing. So this is our inspiration, if you can see that. It is a little cabin, little bunkhouse type cabin, 8 by 12, no electricity or anything, but a clear roof, which is kind of cool. And my original thought was to put maybe a little wood burning stove in there and run the chimney through, run the piping through the roof. Watched a guy that I am starting to really enjoy on YouTube named Bush Radical, and he showed a really easy way to go at an angle and go up with this pipe outside. And so my original plan was to do half clear and half galvanized. You can go anytime. Okay. Because I'm gonna edit this.
Well, I thought that if we were going to go through the trouble of getting the clear roofing and installing it, not to mention the photo that inspired us has the clear roof, and that's part of what attracted us to that cabin for inspiration. So why not just go all clear, all the way?
And that makes sense. She's clearly smarter than me, which you'll figure out as this goes on. And if we're gonna be in the woods, why only be able to see part of it? So I took her advice, and now we are going with a completely clear roof. So
my advice.
Yeah.
Slash demands.
Starting with the foundation and the base of the cabin, we are putting 6x6 posts down into the ground. The frost line in western North Carolina is at 18 inches, but we're probably going to go down about 3 feet. 6x6 posts, and then concrete in the base of that to keep it straight. Attached to that will be the actual floor joists. All of that is going to be treated. We decided kind of after the fact that we are going to add insulation to the floor. So the plywood that's going to hold up the insulation is going to be treated. The treated 2x4s that you see on this list will be ripped down to hold that treated plywood, and then we're going to put insulation in the floors. Is this ideal for a living cabin? Absolutely not. We're not planning on living in this cabin. But we figured this is a good way to keep out the rodents, keep out the pests. And so, as you can see, and we'll be caulking and stuff, which I already have that. I already have nails, so there's no cost that goes into that. So the foundation and the base of the cabin, this gets us to the floor, is $672.19. All right, now to the walls. We are going to use traditional 16 on center wall framing. We are going to put the 12 footers you see. We'll run the length of the cabin, which is 12 feet long by 8 feet wide. That'll be the base as well as the top boards. We will not be using any kind of house wrap, but the plywood will have some liquid nails to hold it together. We can always add insulation as we go forward. But again, we're not trying to live in this. This is a glorified shed that's just going to have a really cool roof. So putting the walls all the way up and ready for the roof comes out to $698.76. Now to the roof. As we talked about, we're going to be using clear corrugated panels. The plastic closure strips you see actually go into the ridges of those panels to keep out bugs and squirrels. The fasteners are specifically for those types of things and for the plastic. The Sun Tough is the name of that's the name brand of the panels, and those are ridge caps that go directly for them. We're going to do one ridge pole down the middle of a 2x6. Furring strips on top of 2x4s will round everything out, and that's what we will screw down the panels to. Total cost for the roof, $543.58. At this point, you might be asking, where's the windows and doors? And that's a great question. I have actually found a couple spots on places like Facebook Marketplace where people are giving away windows and doors. They're usually coming out of remodels, houses, people that are getting their houses remodeled, and the window might be scratched or it might be missing a flange on the side, and all of that stuff can be remedied. And so what we're doing is we're going to take some free windows and a free exterior door that's probably dented or scratched, or who cares, and we're probably going to build around the windows we get. We don't actually have windows yet, so we don't know what kind of windows or what sizes, tall, wide, we don't know. So based on those free windows that we're getting, we will build around it. Since it's going to be in the woods and in kind of a dark area that doesn't get a lot of sun, because it's underneath the canopy of the leaves, more windows might be better. It's going to be very private, not going to be able to see this from anywhere. So we're still working on that. We haven't grabbed any yet, and we'll probably do that right around the time that we make our lumber order. But the interesting thing about having a lot of windows is it might actually take away cost of the T111 siding, which is the individually most expensive thing on this. And those, if you followed any of the plywood pricing since COVID, they've sometimes tripled in cost. So if we can put a bunch of windows in and get rid of siding, we save even more money. So if you had your calculator handy while I was talking with the first three sections, you'll see that our total build cost is $1,914.53. Clearly a projection, things can change. I did order the what people say to order extra 2x4s, so there's extra 2x4s, there's extra things in there built into that. Like I said, I have my own nails, I have a lot of caulking, but this is completely sealed in. This is animals out. This is ready to have the in-laws sleep out in the woods, which every single one of them has said they don't want to do. So, but it's going to be fun as we get closer to that, but I wanted you to see the projection, and as we get to the end, we'll revisit all of these numbers and see where we end up. So there you have it. There's our cost estimate. I had it as a projection, which is probably not wrong. But Allie, who's now laying on the floor, said that it's probably this is what people call an estimate at the beginning of the job. So, so there it is. That's the numbers. To answer some questions you might have, where did I get this pricing? I literally went to the Home Depot website on today's date, which is January 11th, 2021, and those are the prices directly from the Home Depot website. There are cheaper places to buy it. I have lots of friends who are builders, and I might take them up on maybe some wholesale or builders discounts, and that just means this thing's going to get even cheaper. So it's pretty exciting to see that, you know, for less than $2,000 we're going to have a sealed in place that people can stay. We're probably going to, like I said earlier, we're going to stick a wood burner in there for the winter. Be a cool place to hang out, smoke pipes, try to solve the world's problems around the fire. But yeah, that's it. So next time I hope to be digging. So hope to get some better content of me actually out in the woods digging some holes. That's it for tonight. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the flip side.